Hi, I'm Mandy from Henshaw Chiropractic Health and Fitness Center. Thank you for joining me. I have 4 exercises for you today to help with your core and your posture. As with any exercises, listen to your body, take it at your own pace, feel free to modify, and always stay out of pain. The first exercise we like to call reverse crunch. Come onto your back, knees bent, feet about hip distance apart. First, and probably most important, I want you to pull your front ribs down and in. Feel your back ribs press against the earth underneath you. Draw your belly button down towards your spine. So you should feel that your belly is really tight, and you want to keep it that way the whole time. Breathing. On those inhales, I want you to breathe and feel your rib cage expand to the left, to the right, and to the back. Don't let the top come up, but really feel your rib cage with each breath in. All right, I want you to go and take a few breaths like that first. Belly button in, front ribs in. Each breath in, feel your rib cage expand, but don't let your belly come up. Relax your neck and your shoulders as much as you can. Keeping that form, bring one knee up and then the other knee up. And if you want, you can even bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a bit of a hug before letting your knees come slightly away from your body. Recheck, you've got your front ribs in, you've got your belly pulled in. Continuing to breathe. Now, one option is to stay right here. If this is challenging for you, this is a great place to be, just working on your breathing and keeping your belly button in. If on the other hand, the door's coming to me, wind. If you want a little bit more, take one heel down towards the earth. It might come a few inches, it might come halfway, it might come all the way down and tap, and then bring it back up. And then take the other one down and bring it back up. You decide how close to your body your knees are. If your knees are in close to your body, that's going to be a little bit easier to keep your core engaged and keep your belly button in. If you take your knees farther away from your body, that's going to be harder. So you find your sweet spot. Once you find your sweet spot, you can hold or you can tap. Continue with the breathing too. Each time you breathe in, remember to feel your rib cage expand to the left, to the right, and to the back. Soften your face, soften your shoulders. Anytime you need a break, take a break. So I would like you to do this 3 times, as many as you can do while still keeping your form, keeping your breath, as many as you can do 3 times. So when you're ready, go ahead and pause this video and make sure you get your 3 sets in. The second exercise I'd like you to do today is bridge. Once again, on your back, feet hip distance apart. As best as you can, have your ankles underneath your knees. You might need a mirror or a friend to help you set that up. Arms down by your side. Draw your belly button in. Keep your core nice and tight, nice and engaged. Press down with your feet, slightly down with your arms and your hands, and lift your hips up to the sky. And then take them back down. As you lift up, I want you to feel your glutes, your bottom working to lift you up. As you come down, pull your back ribs down first. Back ribs touch first, tailbone touches last. Lift up and lift down. Check your knees. Make sure your knees are pointing straight forward in line with your hips and not opening out to the sides. If you want to try a little bit more, you can come onto your heels, lifting the front of your feet off of the ground. Another option is to bring your arms up to the sky. Again, taking breaks as needed. And just like before, I'd like you to do 3 sets. Do as many as you can do while keeping your form, which is that belly button in, abs tight, breathing into your rib cage. 3 sets, as many as you can do. Go ahead and pause this video, finish out your 3, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. The next and third exercise I'd like to show you are fire hydrants. So for fire hydrants, I'd like you to be on all 4s, table position or quad position. Be gentle on your knees. If you need extra support under your knees, feel free to add a pad, a blanket, folded towel, something so that your kneecaps are happy. For the most part, you want to have your knees underneath your hips, your wrists underneath your shoulders. However, if this bothers your wrists, don't hesitate to walk your hands a little bit forward. Another option is to create some lift underneath your hands. The top of your hands just being a little bit higher than the fingers. All right, so once you're set up, I want you to engage your core just like you did on your back. So belly button in, front ribs in. Keep that nice and tight as you continue to breathe through your rib cage. Nice, full, deep breaths through your rib cage. And then when you're ready, without letting your body move, so your torso does not move at all, your hips do not shift or move side to side, take one knee, lift it up off the ground barely, open it out to the side, take it back down. Open it out, take it back down. Be mindful to keep your belly and your ribs in. Now I'm going to turn to the front so that you can see, there you go, that I don't want, as you do this, you don't want any movement in your torso or that hip. Notice my hip here on this side is not coming out. Oftentimes what's going to happen is this hip is going to shift out to the side, or the leg that's being lifted, you're going to rotate and lift that butt cheek up. I don't want either of those things to happen. I want this part to stay parallel to the floor, and I want opposite hip to stay in. One way to make sure you're being good is to place a roller next to that outside hip. And then when you lift the opposite leg, that roller shouldn't go anywhere. If it does, then you know you didn't keep your hips in line. So for this one, do as many as you can do on one side, 3 sets. So you might start with the right side like I did, and you'll do 3 sets, as many as you can do. Take a break in between or anytime you need to, and feel free to take care of your wrists, maybe press them the opposite direction, make circles, whatever you need to do to keep your wrists nice and happy. And then move on to the other side, 3 sets. Again, doing as many as you can do, keeping your form, keeping that nice big breath in your ribs. Your 4th and last exercise for today is called LTX. This one does require that you have a band. It doesn't have to be a band exactly like this, but it needs to be a band that's taut enough that you get some exercise out of this, but not so tight or so strong that you can't pull on it. So hopefully you have something around your house as well. So with that said, pause me if you need to, grab yourself a band, and then come back and join back in. Like to just stand with your feet about hip distance apart. Draw your core in, engage your glutes. Have your body nice and strong and stable. With your elbows in, palms up, grab that band. Keeping your elbows in as best as you can, I'd like you to rotate out to the side, making your arms look like L's. Depending on your band and depending on your flexibility, you might only come to here, you might come to here, you might come back even further than I do. And then feel free to play with the band. If you find that the band is just too tight and it's keeping you from being able to open up maybe as much as your body would like to, you can always take your hands a little bit wider on that, which will loosen it up, and then you can try it. On the other hand, if it's not enough, if it's too easy, walk your hands closer together and then try it. I'd recommend you do about 12 of these So that's an L. Next one is a T. Take your hands straight out in front of you. Pull that band apart. Draw your arms back as far as your body can go, so long as you keep your front ribs in and your belly fold, and then bring it back to center. Open it on up. Bring it back. Notice your wrists. I'd like you to keep your wrists nice and straight. Don't let them lift up. Don't let them pull back. Don't let them twist this way. When you put them out in front, notice them. Feel free to look. Watch your wrists as you open it up and make sure that they stay nice and straight. Once again, you'll want to do about 12 of these. And then the last one is an X. So for that one, arms out straight again, and this time rotate, angle one direction, keep those wrists nice and straight as you pull it apart and back, pull it apart and back. What I want you to be mindful on this one is that your spine still stays nice and straight, so we're not shifting off to one side like this. All right, so use your core, belly button tight to keep your body nice and stable as you pull it apart. Once you get your 12 done, take it the other direction of your X and pull it apart. Peeking in on your wrists, making sure they stay nice and straight. Once you get 12 done of all 4 of those exercises, L, T, X, and X, I'd like to see you do one more set. One more set of 12 each. L, T, X on one side and X on the other side. All right, you did it. That's all 4 exercises. If you have any questions, or you're suffering from pain, or you're just not sure if you're doing the exercises right, feel free to email me. It's Mandy, M-A-N-D-I, @henshellchiro.com. Thanks. Have a great day.